Hey, what's up? Come on in. I am just setting up. I'm just coming on. I'm just setting up. Hey, Michelle. Hey. You know, Michelle, when you come in, you know you bring the people, right? You don't know that, but every time you come in, it's like you bring the people, okay? You bring the joy, the peace, because that's what you're supposed to, because it's in you. It's not on you. Hold on, I'm just getting set up. So listen. I'll just go ahead and start talking. And when y'all come in, y'all come in. So let's go ahead and get it started. So today's episode, hanging out with Coach Nye. We're just going to talk about some things. Last night we talked about opening businesses. We talked about, stepping into what is your purpose. Me teaching you how to find your purpose. You know what your purpose is. It's not me telling you what your purpose is. It is just me teaching you how to identify what your purpose is and what next steps to take. So we talked a little bit about all of those different things, right? And I introduced some things to you guys because a lot of you guys don't know how to operate in your gifts. Hold on. Let me see, how do I do this? Hold on. Let me do this. Let me do this. Let me set me up some goals. I come on here and I forget to set me up some goals. I forget. I be forgetting. Let's do 20 of those. All right, maybe I got some goals. I think I got some goals. But listen. So the thing is, what we're going to talk about today is once you find that purpose, what do you do with it? This is part of the birthing season. So once you go into labor, the baby come, what do you do with it? A lot of mothers, it's our natural, it's just human nature. It's just our natural thing to do, to nurture. So when we go into labor and we have that baby, this could be our first child, we go straight into mommy mode. It's nothing that's taught to us. It's just we pick it up along the way. Meaning that I know I have this new baby and this new baby needs to eat. I can provide the milk or I can go buy the milk. But I know that you need to eat. I also know that you're going to wear that pamper out. So I know I need to keep a fresh new pamper on you. I don't know how often I should change you, but I'm going to learn that within times. I hear babies get rashes, but I don't know this at this moment. What's going to give you a rash, what's not going to give you a rash, but I'm going to learn this along the way. I don't know about thrush, but I hear about thrush all the time. So I know I probably need to keep your tongue clean, but what I'm going to do is research it some more. I don't know everything about being a mother, but I know the basic things to keep you alive until I can figure out how to work together with you, meaning that I get on your schedule, you get on my schedule, learning your cues and not knowing your cues, what you like and what you don't like. So it's going to take a little hot second, but I know for sure I can keep you alive. That means that I'm not going to overfeed you because I'm going to find out how much milk do you really like so I can start measuring it out. So I know you need to eat and I know you need your pamper clothes. And because I'm human, we get cold. So therefore, I'm going to look at you as more sensitive to what I am and I'm going to clothe you. So those are the things when you think about your purpose, right? When you birth your purpose, you won't know everything. And what I mean by your purpose is your business you're going to open. Whatever your purpose leads you to do, whether it's being a motivational speaker, whether it's being a podcaster, whether it's being a teacher, whatever it is, just know that when you operate in your purpose, when you get your purpose, remember, purpose is from God. Purpose is, you got to look at it like this. How will it help the next person? Meaning that if I'm a life coach, my whole intention is to help you create a better version of yourself by helping you organize in what you already have. I'm giving to someone, I'm helping them, right? So your purpose should be just that. So when you birth this purpose in your birthing season right now, because you're in labor right now with that creative idea, you're in labor right now with what it is God have for you to do. You're in labor right now. This is your final hour. Your due date is tomorrow, September 19th. What are you going to do? You've already prepared your bag, meaning that you've already got the idea of what you want your content to be like. You already got the idea of what you should be speaking about. So your bags is already packed. But when God say go and slingshot you and you're ready, right? You're ready to hit live. You're ready to hit record. You're ready to walk on the stage because that's what you're about to birth, right? You're about to birth your intentions to that purpose. You're about to start walking in that thing. This ain't play no more. This is the real deal, Holyfield. This is time for you to operate as who you're supposed to be. So right now, you don't know what it's going to look like. When you birth that baby, you don't know what it's going to look like, but you know it's going to be beautiful. You know why it's going to be beautiful? Because it's beautifully made through God, because God created it. So the same way with your purpose, I want you to think from this point on in your life that everything you do is all about birthing a new version of you, birthing new things into your life. So every time you take on a project, don't look at it as a project. It's not a project. It's your baby. You're about to birth that thing. So in the mix of everything, now you find out you're pregnant. God gave you another creative idea. Now you find out you're pregnant. Now you have to start preparing for that thing. Because when the baby get here, it is show time. It is your time. What are you going to do with this purpose now? What are you going to do with it? Are you going to open the business? Or are you not going to open the business? You already have the tools. And what I mean by already having the tools, meaning that you already got a force behind you, a whole spiritual team behind you that's ready to push you forward. Like whatever you need, they're going to have. They came to Jesus and said, hey, you got to pay taxes. He said, picked up the fish. He didn't go look at it and say, Peter, what we got in the money bag? I asked one of the disciples, what you got? They say Mary Magdalene, they say that she was rich. A lot of people know her as the prostitute, but they say that she was rich, that she was the one founding, right? She was the one spending and footing all of the trips and everything that they had going on. They say her father was the owner of the fishing place where everybody would go fish, the docking place, the supermarket, whatever, fish market, whatever it was that they called in that time. That's why she was so financially stable. So you have to do research because the Bible ain't going to tell you that. See, they want you to believe a thing of that she was just a prostitute. And God was like, oh, I love you. And Jesus was like, I love you. Come be with me. But see, it's so much more to that story. But anyway, I gave you a tad bit to it. Now you go do the research. So he didn't go to her and say, hey, how much money you got? He didn't do all those things because he didn't have to. Jesus knew that, hey, I'm going to pick up this fish, take that coin out here, pay Caesar what Caesar need. Whatever you need. He didn't go looking for anything because he knew it was going to be there. And that's how you have to have faith in your business. If God gave you a creative idea, how dare you sit and stress about it? What are you stressing for? What are you stressing for? Listen, God give me an idea, I'm going to just execute. Because God, you already know my situation. You already know the finances. You already know my mental capacity. You already know my environment. You already know I do not have the tools for the things that you want me to do. But guess what? I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to do it anyway. Because you gave it to me. That means that this is your baby, God, that I'm about to carry and bring through the vessel. I'm the vessel that you chose. I'm the Mary that you chose. That's how you have to look at it. When God gives you an idea, look at yourself as you're the Virgin Mary that he chose, meaning that you never done this before. You never held a creative idea. You never opened a business. You never did anything. You're a virgin to all of this, and God chose you because you are faithful. He knows that you're not going to get out of alignment. He chose you to be the one to put the message out that what he need. He trusts that you are going to bring the people back to him. He trusts in your business. He know that you're going to be loyal, and he know that you are not going to do wrong to anybody, because anytime that you're operating in God's purpose, he needs you for a reason to feed his people. So he know that you're not going to let them starve. You are a virgin to this. So therefore, he's going to use you as the vessel to get it through. So when he give you the creative idea, take that creative idea, make it a thing, birth it into existence, meaning put your all into it. All you got to do is show up. When you show up, he's going to show out. He's going to bring everything that you need. You don't have to go asking anybody for anything. And if you ever ask somebody for something and they decide to be nasty or decide to gatekeep or decide to not be used in that moment, that's a them problem, because God is always going to provide everything that you need. You don't have the support? So what? Stop looking for the support in the people that you know. When God was bringing Jesus through, he didn't go through, okay, well, Mary got a cousin. Well, she's bringing John in. Well, Mary got this. He chose Mary because she's a virgin to this. Therefore, there is no way that she can compare Jesus to any other child that she has. Raise him in any other kind of way because she has experience in this. She's going to do it the way God tells her to do it because she's going to do it anyway. That's how you have to look at that business. Screw what everybody's talking about. So what? They won't support you. And so what? The people, your day ones, turn their back on you and talk about you. And so what? Yes, you're a virgin in whatever it is, the business that you're opening up, whatever it is, you never done this before. You ain't never done this before, but it is your time. Your Lazarus moment has come. Your hour has come. Lazarus, come to the front of the tomb. You come to the front of the tomb. It is time for you to pick up you done carried your cross. Now it's time for you to pick it up, and you need to start operating in this purpose that he gave you. You're birthing a new thing, and that birth date is tomorrow. What are you going to do about it? Are you just going to birth this thing and say, okay, God, I got an idea. Let me talk about it. When you birth a newborn baby, you don't just say, hey, well, I don't know. This generation is different now, because y'all do everything for cameras. Talking about some, hey, I had the baby. As soon as the camera's off, get that baby up out of here. I got other things to do. But no, that's a different generation. But what I'm saying is, when God give you this, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? Are you going to sit on it, or are you going to operate? Are you going to believe? Are you going to be in disbelief? Are you going to have the faith, or are you going to sit around and say, man, that ain't never happened to me? My family, that ain't never did. What? No, can't be. I'm not that important. Why would God use me? So I'm going to tell somebody else to use it. Is you crazy? You keep asking God for things. See, this is what bothers me. You keep going to God, asking him for something. I need some money, God. I need this. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the shares. Thank you for the follow. Go ahead and keep sharing it out. Listen, you keep asking God for a thing. You keep asking him for money so you can get your bundles. You keep asking him for money so you can look fly when you go out to the club, because you need Buddy to look at you. You keep asking God for a car, not just any car. You want a Bentley, but you ain't even got a job. You keep asking God for all these things. But yet when he give you the idea, because that's the mustard seed, that idea, that one little thought is the mustard seed. That is the mustard seed. When he give you that, when he say, here's the idea, all you're supposed to do is water it. How do you water it, Coach? By operating, by saying, okay, God, you want me to be a life coach? Okay. Let me do some research on this. I'm not going to have to go find the exact thing, because God is going to bring exactly what I need. He just need me in the mindset that it is time for me to do some research on this. And then somebody's going to come through with all the documents or something that I need in that moment in time. I'm like, you know what? It's kind of like your phone. When you sitting there thinking like, oh, I want some pizza. All of a sudden, you get ready to Google, or you turn on your social media and it's talking about pizza all day. See, that's how it's going to be. You're going to say, okay, I need to do some research on this. And all of a sudden, somebody going to call you like, hey, you know, I was doing this and I got this going on and I got that going on. Or somebody over here, you girl, you know, they got a life coaching seminar and I want to go to it. Bing, bing, bing. You see how you had to do nothing other than open your mind to, I got to do some research on this. You accepted the seed and you watered it. Now you got to let God cook. Now God is going to bring you everything. He's going to bring you the resources. When he gets you the resources, what you got to do? You got to water it. Now let me do some studying on this. And once you do the studying, he's going to bring you the next step. And then when he get that, now he's going to bring you the people that's going to tell you like, hey, man, you are a great motivational speaker. Are you a pastor? Are you a minister? You know, have you ever taught or mentored young girls or young boys? Have you ever stepped on the stage? They're going to be talking about you in rooms that you know nothing about. See, you're letting God cook. All you got to do is plant the seed. Now, since you planted the seed, you a virgin to this. God is going to nurture you. God is going to tell you how to get this started. God is going to coach you through your whole birthing process. So in the first trimester, it is the shock and awe of, oh my God, I can't believe I'm pregnant. Or for some of y'all, oh no. Who my baby daddy? But that's another story. We'll joke about that later. But what I'm trying to say is, in this moment, God is about to give you, in the first trimester, you in shock and awe. God, you want me to do what? You want me to open the business and say what? You want me to do it this way? Why? Who is the audience, God? You trust me? Wait a minute. I'm just finding out about this. I'm just finding out that I am pregnant with an idea that's not of my own. Now you have to convince yourself, because you ain't convincing nobody else. You got to convince yourself. See, that's the thing of living in the place of being healed and getting away and detaching from all this affirmation, all this. Well, in order for me to believe it, I got to say it over and over. I'm pregnant with an idea. I'm pregnant with an idea. Get out of here. I want y'all to step away from the affirmations. I want you to step away from the whole chanting of this is how it got to be. If I keep saying it, it'll change my mindset. I want you to step away from it, say that thing and believe it and execute. Meaning, if you got to tell yourself that you're beautiful or to feel beautiful, say it one time, I am beautiful, and you believe it. You plant the seed up in here, in your belly, right here, and you say, I am beautiful. And guess what? Everything else will go with it, because once you say it, you believe it, you're going to operate as such. It's just that simple. Y'all make stuff complicated by doing all the affirmations, by doing all the constantly. We're going to pray until something happen. We're going to do this. All you got to do is ask once and done. Once and done. It's about belief. It's that mustard seed. So let's go back to this virgin over here. Hey, thank you. Let's go back to this virgin over here. This virgin over here has just opened her business, realized God gave her an idea, and she's sitting back like, wait a minute. Now, God, you want me to do what? What? For real? All right, let me do some research on it. Boom. Step one. She believed it. Boom. Now the research, what she believed is that, okay, God, you chose me. You chose me. I'm the Mary of this business. You chose me. So instead of saying, oh no, the shock and awe, say yes. Always look at it when God chooses you to do something that you ain't never heard of before, right? That you never thought of before. Always think about Job. See, he did not say, the devil didn't say, Satan didn't say, let me get Job. Let me get Job about you. Let me get him. He didn't do that. God said, have you ever considered my servant Job? See, he offered him up. When God brings things to you, he is offering you up like, hey, I know one person is going to get this done. It is time to raise the vibration of what's going on in this world. Raise the vibration of love, meaning that we cutting out all the BS. We cutting out all the mess. It's time to raise it. So when your hour come and your time come and God call you to the front of the tomb, when Jesus say Lazarus, when they say Coach Nye, when they say, well, let's call it by my name. When they said, Naisha, come forth. It was that, come forth. And I'm changing your name. When it was time for Saul to get right, he said, okay, I'm going to blind you because you need to not know what is going on in the new world that you're stepping in. This new person that you're about to be. In this moment, I don't need you to see anything else that's going on in this world. I don't need you to see the person that I'm bringing to save you. I don't need you to see any of that. I need to blind you because all you know is this mess that you were running behind, killing up everybody and doing these different things and spewing hate, going against everything that I said. I said love and you're doing hate, thinking that you're doing me justice. So I'm going to blind you real quick. And oh, by the way, I'm going to change your name. So now you're going to be Paul because you can't be Saul fighting my business now. You can't be Saul doing the kingdom's business. You can't be Saul fighting for me. You cannot be that guy. You have to be someone new. I have to create you all new. Yes, everybody's going to know you who you are. When that man said, you want me to go get who? You want me to get Saul, bring him to my house, the man that's killing up Christians. God, you know I serve you and I love you, right? You know that I believe in you. I believe in Jesus. You know these things. So why you going to bring this man up in my crib? He going to kill up everything. He going to take my family. He's going to do, and then you want me to feed him and nurture him back until he get his eyesight? And then when he finally can see that he's around Christian folks, I'm gone. God, you got to be kidding me. No, God said, no, you're my Virgin Mary because you're the first person that's going to do this. I trust you. I trust you. I need you to trust me. So when he went and got Saul, he was blind. And he needed to be blind, just like you. Where am I going with this? Well, thank y'all for the likes. Thank y'all for the shares. Thank y'all for the follows. Where I'm going with this is when God give you an idea, you don't future front. You don't start looking to the future of anything. You stay right there in the present because you need to be blind in this moment. Because anytime that you start peeking in the future with your materialistic eyes or peeking into the future with your human eyes, you're going to mess it up. So you can only see the future with your spiritual eyes, meaning that trusting God is giving you something and you know it's going to be successful. You know that it's going to take you from here, even though you're working a job and you're starting a business. You know that it's going to be hard, but once it mature and it blossom, you're not going to have to work a 9 to 5. You're not even going to have to go into work. You know why? Because you're going to sit at home and get paid. But see, you're looking at it with your spiritual eyes. You not once said where the money going to come from. You're not once said, hey, this is too hard. What is it going to look like? Am I going to be a billionaire? Am I going to be on the stage? No, you take the material eyes away and start looking at things with your spiritual eyes. So when God give you a vision, when he give you your purpose, you have to view that thing blindly. Meaning that you ain't never been in this world before. When God tell you to come here, boy. When he tell you, come here, little girl. When he say, come here. And this is what you're about to birth. I am planting a seed in you and I need you to carry it and I need you to birth it. When he tell you to get over here, when he tell you that, get right in position right here, that's what you do. You don't ask no more questions. Like Mortal Kombat. That's it. You just get over here. That's it. That is it, and that is all. And you sit, and he's going to give you the seed, and then you can operate. But you're going to nurture that thing. That's why when people get frustrated, when they open their business off of passion, and they say, oh, I'm opening this business, passion is off of self. Listen to the word. Choose your words wisely. Choose your words wisely. I don't know. It seems like I got too many teeth in my mouth today. I don't know. But choose your words wisely. Because in the mix of that, when you say, oh, I'm so passionate about this. I'm just a passionate person. And I'm opening this business because this is my heart, what my heart desire. You got to remember, passion is about self. Purpose is about others. Passion is about self. Purpose is about others. So let's talk about that. Let's look at this. The enemy will always keep you on the road to passion to keep you from tapping into your purpose. Because if you ever really identify who you truly are, then it's over for him. It's curtains for him. It's done. It's a wrap for him. He cannot persuade you anymore because you have tapped in to the divine. You have tapped into God. You have tapped into your purpose. Once you tap into purpose, you start ignoring him. Meaning that, okay, Satan, I know you're there. I know all you and all your little demons, your spirits are there. But guess what? You can't touch me. I'm on the road. Guess what? I understand you're here, but nothing that you can touch on me is going to fail. Nothing that you can do. I know you're there. I know you're talking about me. I know you keep putting holes in my project. I know you keep trying to put roadblocks in my way. But it doesn't matter because that roadblock, see, I got them big old good tires, right? I'm sitting over here riding around in the F-350, right? I'm riding around and I'm getting it, right? So my tires, my dually, what I got is going to bump over there. It's not going to mess up anything. See, them other ones that's sitting around in them little sedans is going to tear up their tires because they're attached to the low vibrational. But me over here, I'm riding big. I'm riding real big. See, I don't want no puppy. I want a big dog. See, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm rolling right now. It's nothing that can stop me. I'm on the road right now. It's nothing that can stop me. So when you look at passion, you got to look at it is of the enemy to subtract and divide. Anytime you're dealing with the purpose, it is all about God who is going to add and multiply. And the reason why I say the passion comes from the enemy and he'll keep you stuck on it. I didn't say it was devil's work. I didn't say that. It's just that that's the only thing that the enemy can hold on to is passion because he can't ever attach himself to purpose because passion is something that we desire. It is of self. So he can touch anything anytime we're operating from a place of self. And that's why your business fail, because you're operating off of passion. You open the business off of passion, and then you're like, oh, well, what happened to your shop, man? I shut it down. I just went into it no more, because that's what a passion is, a quick flame, and then it's done. See, those are the desires of your heart. But your purpose, right, is the desires of God for you to be a vessel to bring in what needs to be brought in. Always remember that. So in the passion, guess what you're going to do in passion when you open that business? You're going, because of the self, you're going to reach back. You know how they always say, when you get up there, don't forget about us, always reach back. And then you're going to reach back. You're going to bring everybody up like, come on, get on with me. I'm on and I'm on. They're going to be in your music videos showing off their chains that you bought. In the music videos doing their little dance with the clothes that you bought, the wigs that you bought, everything. They're going to be a part of your business and everything that you bought for them. And they're going to turn their back on you, and they're going to disconnect, and they're going to cut you off, and they're going to not be a part of it. Hey, Michelle, if you can, check on TNT. I know yesterday she was talking about her father was back in the hospital. That just came across me right now, so we got to check on her. But, however, what's up, Naisha? But guess what? When that passion go out, when that flame go out, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? What's going to happen? Everybody going to fall away. They're going to talk about you. What they going to say? You can only fly so high. So do y'all think it's a good idea when they say reach back? That's like being in the bucket. The crabs in the bucket. What I'm reaching back for? I'm not reaching back. I'm not reaching back. And it's not a bad thing, but I really want you to think about what reaching back means. Just like I teach you about the song, Everything Attached to Me When. Everything attached to me when. And we sing it and we walk around there. And then when we get favor, we tell people, if it's attached to me, you attached to me, you gonna win too. And guess what? When you have nothing, because you reached back, because everything attached to you is going to suck you dry. You're going to be left with nothing. When everything falls down and everything falls away, you're going to be stuck by each other. You just by yourself. Everybody else that you put on, they're going to move up. They're going to continue to do what they do because you chose to chant a song that changed your mindset to made you be less successful than what you're supposed to be. Let me explain to you something. Baby, hit him with the Nikki. You are not attached to me. It took me to heal. You are not attached to me. No, you're not going to win. I'm sorry. Excuse me. My name is Coach Nye, and I'm from Gary, Indiana, and I just do my thing over here. You ain't attaching to me no more, bruh, because I am not the same Naisha I was when I was in the hood. I am Coach Nye now. So at this point in time, you can't and everything attached to me. No, it's what I attach to will eat. What I attach to, because everything that I'm going to attach to in this season is already in high vibration. So we're already moving forward. See, we're moving forward. I don't have to reach back because we're right here. I don't have to say, come on up here, because we're right here. These are the people that chose to heal. These are the people that chose to step in their purpose. What I look like bringing you up, and you didn't go through the battle that I had to go through. I had to go through the battle. I had to go to the dark night of the soul. I had to go heal. I had to find myself. I had to cry along. I had to look for answers. I had to learn to look for God for myself and reach out to God for myself. I had to learn to do these things. God had to take me through the battle, because what he was trying to teach me is, when I put you up here, when you finally birth this thing, nobody can say that they helped you. Nobody can say, yeah, without me, yeah, you acting funny now, because and can't nobody do it like you do it, Coach Nye. So therefore, why are you allowing them to be there? I was almost this close to telling my kids, y'all can't even come either. They're my dudes, though. They're my dudes. But I'm just saying, I don't ever want anybody to think, because we were friends at one point of your life. One point of your life. Thank y'all so much for the comments, the likes, the shares, and the gifts. Thank y'all so much. Thank you, Q. I don't want anybody to feel like, hey, you made it. We made it. Listen, I'm talking about we jumping up and down. We having a great time. We just like, yes, yes. And you hear them say, we made it. Pop your brakes. Hold on. I'm going to put a pause in that excitement. Hold on, little girl. Come here, little girl. Come here, little boy. Who you talking about? What you saying? What you talking about? Please explain. Do tell. Because you ain't did nothing to get me to where I am. Where I am today is because I chose to accept the calling. I chose to birth a thing. God impregnated me with the idea. I chose to be the Virgin Mary because I never opened a business like this before. I never taught like this before. God, you didn't just tell me I'm opening a business. You gave me 20 different categories to bring income in. 20 different avenues to bring income in. See, it's not one of those, I'm just a hustler. See, that's what I'm talking about in this season because I'm birthing a thing. See, my due date is tomorrow. You don't even know about it. My due date tomorrow. And when I birth this little baby, I got to take some time off. I'm going to have to take some time off because now I have to navigate on how to be this successful CEO, this successfulness that's going to be within me, how to stand firmly in this leadership. But time out. But here's the kicker to it. Here's the blessing of it all. He's gave me something so I can teach it to you. So therefore you can never say, I don't know how to make money. Why am I in poverty? I don't know what's going on with me. What is happening? Because he brought Coach Nye up to par so she can teach you so you can be just as successful. See, I'm not a gatekeeper. It's not about being a gatekeeper. It's about your testimony. Your testimony, see, gatekeeping is of the enemy. Testimony is of God. Gatekeeping is because of if I tell you about it, then I'm not going to be as successful. And if they're not going to be as successful, let me tell you why they're not going to be as successful. Because they really don't know what they're talking about. And they really don't know what they're selling. Because if any moment that you get wind of it and you try and find out what they're doing and you do the research and find out the truth, you're going to blast them for blasphemy. You're a liar. You're a liar. That is not how we go. And you're going to teach them the right way. And then they're going to be exposed. See, that's of the enemy. But of God, I tell my testimony. My testimony is to teach you how to become like Mike, just like Mike. How to become like Coach Nye or better than Coach Nye. I don't care nothing about you being better than me. My whole job is to anybody that's up under me, I train you to be a leader. I don't train you to be just like me, enough next to me a little bit, and then I treat you like a mentee, like you coming to me with your gift and I'm teaching you like a mentee. No, see, when God sent you to me, listen, I don't look down on you. You're not a mentee to me. Who you are is a person is about to step into their purpose. So who am I? How dare I come to you and treat you and give you just enough information so you can be good but not better than me. I don't care nothing about you being better than me because I don't chase a bag. It always comes to me. The more I put out, the bigger the bag. The more I elevate, the bigger the bag. The more I ascend, the bigger the bag. And it ain't always money. It's just the fact that I don't want for anything. I don't want for anything. It is nothing that I want for. Let me explain something to you. When I tell you I don't do no manifestations, I don't do no doggone, praying is manifestation, but you know what I'm saying. The ones that's out here, you got to look into the universe. You got to get on board with the universe. You got to light these candles. You got to sit by a pond. Oh, it's going to be the eclipse moon. It's the black moon. Stand on the black moon, butt naked, recharge your crystals, and you say, handala, 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 and everything is going to be right. That is not what I do. That is hard work. Let me explain something. Y'all are doing too much in the mix of just trying to be better or get more. You're doing too much, but see, since you want to operate with Satan and rock with him, he's going to tell you everything. Me, I'm going to tell you what I do. I ask for a thing and I move on because it's already done. Period. That is it. It is no magic that I do. It is nothing that I sit around and after I tell y'all this, and I ask for a thing, and then I go over here and do something secretly. No, the other day, here's a testimony. That's why my testimony is important, because I need you to be a believer that the power is within you. Whatever you want, whatever you ask for, you create that. You create it by staying in the present, meaning that you are here. You're in the seconds. You're not in the minutes. You're not in the hours. You're in the second, meaning that, God, I need this. and then the next second you asked him for it, now operate as if it is so. So let me explain to you. I said, okay, well, God, it's some things going on. I got things going on in my life. I lost a close friend and I'm feeling a type of way, but guess what? I can't let that interfere with me telling my testimony and teaching you, because it's not about me. And that's how you have to look at life. Nothing you do has anything to do with you. It has everything to do with God. So whatever it is that I'm feeling on the inside, I have to put it to the side because I have a job to do. Now, let me explain this to you. I said, God, I need some money. See, I don't go to him and say, I need this. I tell him what I want to do. And so therefore, when my daddy say, all right, when you go to your dad and you say, Dad, I want to go to the mall, you didn't put a price out there, because if you put a price out there, then he'll give you exactly what you want, right? But if you say this, Dad, because your dad know that you need more clothes. Dad, I need to go get some more jeans and a couple of shirts and a couple of pair of shoes. Okay, cool. Now he's going to think in his mind, because he's calculating in his mind, well, it should be this and it should be that and it should be this. And all right, here. And it's always over. So what I told God is, I need some money so I could do this. And I left it as that, said nothing else. The next day, I promise you that I don't have to swear. I don't have to do anything. I opened up my mailbox. I have an unexpected check for everything that's going to cover everything, because I know that he's going to provide. I didn't sit and say, God, where am I going to get this money from? Or God, what is this? Or how am I going to do that? I didn't do that. I asked him for a thing and I went on and finished my business, because I got work to do. And in this time, in this moment, in this season, it is all about doing his thing, because I'm about to go into labor. I don't have time to be playing with nobody. I don't have time to be sitting around rebuking the enemy. I rebuke you for coming up against me. I rebuke you in the mighty name of Jesus. I rebuke you and ask you to get away from me. I rebuke you, Satan, because you keep attacking me. I rebuke you. I ain't got time to be doing all that, because guess what? I've learned. The enemy is always going to attack. He's always, it don't matter what you do. The enemy is coming, because that's his job. How can you stop him from doing his job? You can't. So let him have it. You continue doing you. His job is to stop you and interrupt you from operating your purpose. Let me explain something to you. So if your purpose, baby, if your purpose is to get out here and teach, right? Yes. If your purpose, you welcome, Michelle. If your purpose is to teach, first off, thank y'all for the like, share, and follow. If you haven't followed, go ahead and follow. If your purpose is to teach, and the enemy, while I'm on live and somebody keep coming on here trolling, coming for me, saying this and doing this, and I keep stopping what I'm supposed to do to address somebody that's supposed to be doing this. Of course you got to block me. When you got haters, you better be happy. You better look at it like, okay, God chose me to be a vessel. Because if you got haters, that means the bigger the blessing. When you got haters, that means the purpose that you're serving is so much bigger than everything. And them same haters going to be sitting around talking about some, oh shoot, why it can't happen to me, God? I'm faithful. And they turn into Cal U and Little Bill. Why me? They turn into Little Daniel. Why me, God? Would you do this to someone? No. Let them do what they do. Your job is to cook. You keep cooking. You keep cooking. And right now, you may not be comfortable in what you're cooking. So you may taste it and it's like, you're comparing the seasoning to somebody else's cooking that you had. You went into somebody else's live. You went into somebody else's coaching session and you realize with yours, well, it may not be good as theirs, but it's mine. See, a lot of people look at it like, oh, I ain't cooking no more because this seasoning don't taste like mama's seasoning. This season don't taste like grandma's seasoning. My message don't sound like this message. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm not no good for this. No. You keep practicing, because the more that you cook, what I found the key to cooking is it has to be some kind of love in it. I just can't be standing at the stove fixing something to eat, talking about some, here, taste it. It tastes good? No, it don't taste good. Do it. I don't know what it tastes like because I ain't putting no love in it. I just stood at the stove and fixed something to eat. So you have those ones that are chefs. You have those ones that know how to cook. And then you have those ones that know how to fix something to eat. Well, I happen to be the one that know how to fix something to eat. So as I'm learning how to cook, I'm learning to put my own seasoning. Don't compare my seasoning to their seasoning, because guess what? You can have great chicken. You go to Popeyes, it tastes good. You go to KFC, it tastes good. You go to Gus's Chicken, it tastes good. You go to Wingstop, it tastes good. And they're all using different seasonings. So guess what? Just because mine don't taste like yours, don't mean it ain't good. So just because my message is not delivered like Coach Nye does not mean that I'm not just as good. I just have to find my niche. What is my forte? What do I stand on? How do I deliver this? And when you learn how to deliver it in your own way by studying your own things and doing your own research, you're going to be successful in everything that you do. Trust and believe. If God gave you the vision, it is time for you to go through the process. I'm birthing. I'm going in labor tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to be induced. I don't know if it's going to be by C-section. I don't know what it's going to be. But I know when I birth this purpose out, I'm going to have to sit back and figure out, okay, not only am I going to walk around like I'm that chick because I'm that chick, though. I'm going to be walking around with this purpose, talking about some and explaining to everybody so you don't understand this is a different type of purpose. This is a different type of purpose. You don't know nothing about that. You must not know about me. You must not know about me. Okay? Let me explain to you about this purpose. See, this baby is different from any other baby that you see. Because now I got to promote this thing. This baby is different from any baby that you've ever seen. This baby right here is going places. This baby right here is a great Jesus. When you look at it, is that Jesus? That's what I'm saying. This thing right here, because it came from God himself, he used me as a virgin to birth this thing in because I didn't know nothing about opening a business. I'm a virgin to this. And he chose me. So guess what? Look at the baby. Don't it look like me? Because it got me all over it, my DNA all over it, meaning that when I deliver this message, can't nobody else deliver it the way I did. You can get hold of all my notes, but you can't speak it the way I speak it. You can't deliver it the way I deliver it because it is mine. I birthed it. That's just like you going to say, oh, that baby is pretty. Give it here. What? You just can't be right taking nobody's baby. Like, okay, you took my baby. You're going to jail. You're going to jail. Do you understand me? You're going to jail. You can't produce any proof that that baby is yours, let alone DNA, birth certificate, nothing. Same way with your gift. That's how you have to look at your gift. Nobody can take it. They can try. They can start some stuff. They can come for you. They can steal. Let them steal. Stop running around chasing everybody, trying to fight everybody for taking your stuff. That's a good thing. That means you own to something. But it does not mean that they're going to be successful. They even may get money for it today. But guess what? When they start asking the right questions, can they answer and deliver it? Just like with your job. Y'all right now at your job mad because somebody taking your work and getting credit for it. What you mad for? Just sit back and wait. Let God cook because, yeah, they're getting credit for it. They got the bonuses. They got the promotions. They got all that. So you have to remember promotions don't come from man. They come from God. Anytime I ask God for a promotion, and you trust and believe me, baby, when I say I want something, I get it. It is nothing that I haven't asked God for that he has not given it to me. I may not have got it right then and now because he needed me to get me together because I ain't always in with my listening ears. I'm not always listening to understand. Sometimes I'm always tuned in to reply. I'm listening to reply. Not to understand, God. So what is it that you got for me? So now he need to take off my hurt ears because for so long I was running around here listening to people with my hurt ears. And what I was hearing is defense mode. Everything that came out, I have to defend. But see, I had to learn not to be like that. But back to your story. They're taking all your credit. They're doing all these things. And yes, they are. They're getting ahead. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. But when it's time to deliver, now they call them to the front like, hey, we're going to get them to do a presentation. Now, when they say, go ahead and perform that, well, don't worry about it because such and such is it. So you got to let God cook. It ain't the people that's saying that. It's God through them is saying, hey, make that person do it. Pick and choose that person. See, when they're writing out the schedule, they think they're doing it on their own. And it's God right now telling them, hey, put such and such on the schedule by itself around this time to do this. You know what? That's a great idea. I'm going to make him work because he's really good. I mean, his work, and I'm going to promote him because he can perform these duties when I'm not here. So, boom, put him there. Now it's time to perform. Can he perform it? No, he can't. No, he can't. So now the boss or whoever it is want to know why you can't perform this. Why? Well, who was doing it before? Well, who was doing the work before? How you can't perform the simple task that you've been doing? You've been reporting this stuff to me. Coach Nye. Oh my. Oh, now you want me? Oh, am I? See, sometimes you just have to let your work speak for itself. And when the timing is right for you and it is your time, you're going to shine. Don't get on here trying to open your business and look for people. Open your business and mad because no one's supporting you. They're not going to support you. They didn't even support Jesus. So listen, hey, boo, let me explain something to you. You're worrying about some people not supporting you. They don't support me. So, well, the worst one, and then y'all do the videos. I see you looking at my page. You can stop. You can do all the buttons. You can do this. No, I don't like your content. I'm supposed to support you. See, this is where we get away with this from. This is why the world is the way it is. I'm not your following. It's not about me supporting. Because I do, but I do. Honestly, I do. If you come across my FYP page, I'm not going to your page. I ain't going to your your stuff come across my FYP page. I don't care how bad you treat me or how bad you mistreated me. Guess what I'm going to do? Support it. That's just me. But let's put this in perspective. They don't have to support your stuff. They don't like your content. It ain't for them. Stop getting mad. Your family ain't supporting your stuff. They don't have to support your stuff. Girl, they don't even like you. Okay? So stop getting mad. Bruh, you mad because your homeboys that you done looked out forever ain't liking your stuff? So? You sound weird. But you got to remember, to the people that's not supporting you, they are not a part of your purpose. My people that's a part of my purpose, they're in this live. They're supporting my lives. They're coming in. They're tuned in. They're booking life coaching session. They believe in what I'm saying. They come to me for knowledge, understanding, wisdom. They come to me for these things. They know that I'm going to have their back. They know that if they put it in my lap, I'm going to promote it. They know these things, so that's why they come to me. Period. Pooh. Period. Pooh. Yes. But the people that don't support me, I'm not mad. What am I say? Don't talk to me when I make it big. Okay. I didn't like you here when you was broke. I ain't gonna like you when you get money. I don't like you. I don't like your content. I don't like you. Just because you got money don't mean I'm gonna be listening to you. So remember that. Stop being upset about things and looking at people all types of crazy and feeling a type of way because they don't support your stuff. So you got one person in your life. Okay. Talk to that one person because that one person may know 30,000 people. Do you understand? Just like all the crowd came, they said, Jesus, we don't have enough food. Jesus, we don't have enough food. He said, break it and go ahead and send it to everybody. See, that one basket, those small little basket was able to, because he was connected to one person, which was God, was able to feed thousands. That's how you got to look at it. So what? I don't care about nothing you got going on. So let's put this out here. Tips. People think that, oh, they ain't give me no tip. First off, time out. Hold up. Wait a minute. Let me explain what a tip is, meaning that you went beyond your service. Let me explain how that go. Meaning that if I come to a restaurant and you're doing your job. Now, I'm not going to use a restaurant because I always overtip at a restaurant because I'm still stuck in the mindset that they only get paid off of their tips, which that's not true, but I stay stuck there. So let's go to hair services. You go get your hair cut, go get your hair done, and they like, okay, to be such and such, you don't tip. They ain't even tip. I can't believe that's why I don't like doing their hair because they ain't tip. Well, first off, pump your brakes. When you set these prices, it included you bringing your big knuckle musty behind here, come here for you to do my hair, wash, condition, to do my hair, to do the basics. So when you created these prices, you created it calculating time. How much time it was going to take from you. You didn't do nothing special. I sat here waiting. Matter of fact, you wasn't even on time for my appointment, which it says in your policy that if I'm late, it's $15. And if I'm 15 minutes late, then therefore they cancel me and I can't get my money back. So let's roll the clip, roll clip. You had me sitting here for a whole nother 30 minutes to an hour waiting on you to touch my scalp. And you was too busy popping gum, talking, eating, doing everything else, scratching, whatever. And then now I'm in your chair and you want me to tip you for what? What am I tipping you for? Here's some advice. Don't ever play with me. Don't ever play with me. There's your tip. Because I'm a different type of breed. Don't ever think that somebody like me that's going to sit in your chair and you're going to do half-ass on anything for me. And I'm going to say, boo, take my money. Take my money. No. Hell no. Find you somebody to play with, because Coach Nye ain't the one. So that's what I'm saying. You, listen, if you late, right? TNT, hey, I was just talking about you not too long ago. You guys, I'm going to stop right here. Give a pause. Go ahead and go to TNT page. She has a showcase. Before you go to the TikTok shop and say, hey, I want to buy something, go support her showcase because she might have it. Start supporting your friend's showcase. Go to their showcase first, and then they might have it. And if they have it, then they get paid. I'm just saying that's how it goes. I was talking about you, Michelle, to Michelle because we wanted to check on you because I know you were saying that your dad was sick, so I hope everything is all well. Love you, girl. But listen, let's get back on topic. Come on. Bring it on back. Let's talk about it. So if you tell me if I'm late, I have to pay $15. But what happens when you're late for the service that I already paid for? But yet, you talking about my business won't grow, won't nobody support mine. You know I do hair, my family know I do hair, and they go somewhere else. You have not checked yourself not one time. I'm sorry, I'm spitting. I got a juicy mouth. It's like I got a bunch of teeth in my mouth today. I don't know what it is, but I don't. I got some nice teeth. But I'm just saying, it seemed like I got a bunch of them in my mouth, and they trying to compete with my words. I don't know what that's about, but we'll talk about it later. But listen, they get mad, talking about my mama don't come, my auntie and them don't come, and God, dog, drink some water, great day. Because, I hate looking at somebody's mouth and they got spit all in it. I think I'm going to have to start talking like this. Great day. Thank you, boo. They won't come support you. They won't come support you because you haven't checked yourself. You have not took accountability of why you don't have the customers. You don't have the customers because you trash. You trash. 6, 7. You are trash. Your time management, you have no skills with that, right? Time management is just off. You have no skills. Matter of fact, I tell you that I want something and you do what you want to do anyway. You don't know how to separate your personal from business. So I got to come in here and listen to all your business. I got to worry about your kids climbing all on me. I got to worry about you having to stop because little Kiki over there playing with the socket. And then you got little Jerome over there talking about he about to shave the cat. So now you got to stop what you doing, fix them a bowl of cereal because you chose not to fix breakfast for them this morning. You chose these things. You chose to get up like, girl, let me go ahead and do that. No. It ain't no you go ahead. This is why no one wants to come to you because it's you. You the problem. You are the problem. Ding dong. Hello. 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 Like Carly B say, hello, I'm Carly B from the Bronx. Listen, you are the problem. Period. So until you can take accountability of where you lack at, don't come for nobody else. I don't want to see your little quotes of nobody supports you more than a person you don't know. I don't want to see your quotes because let me in, because it's not all of y'all. It's not all everybody. It's some people. Let me in. Go ahead, give me your service. And you sitting there taking it, shooting it from the hip, talking about some, yeah. So if you want to open a business, I'm going to just keep it real. We're going to be informal here. If you want to open a business, what you got to do is, like for me, let me give you my testimony. When I was 2, right? So my mom, she came from another country. So when I was 2, I ended up with my auntie, but then my dad, who was still over in Germany, but my mom came. Girl, I don't give a damn about. Yeah. Eddies. That's what I need you to understand. Where do you lies the problem? Get the proper training. Come to Coach Nye. Let me teach you how to operate and speak and teach somebody something. Let me teach you how to prepare yourself for what is to come. To prepare yourself to be able to birth. So back to the birth thing. Back to the birthing. Thank y'all for the likes. Thank y'all for the shares. Thank y'all for the follows. Thank y'all for tagging along. So back to the birthing. Let Coach Nye teach you how to become a mother of that thing. See, you're about to birth that thing. And see, since you was a virgin, what's about to happen is, see, this is what happens when you get ready to birth. Let me explain to you before we get into a virgin having a baby. What happens before you give birth, right? Everything is great. You love it here. You're about to be a mom, but then worry kick in. Will I be all right? Will this happen? Will that happen? Will this go on? Will this, that, and the third? This. What's going to happen? Then all of a sudden the contractions hit and you like, oh my. What now? Why would I have a baby again? What is this? Now you screaming, you hollering because you don't have an epidural. See, we talking about in the spiritual, but I'm putting it in physical. You don't have an epidural. You have to go through it, right? And then since you a virgin having this baby, you about to split wide open. Matter of fact, they might have to do a C-section because you can't spread like you need to. See, we don't know. Your baby head probably about as big as this ring light trying to come through. You know, it's sitting there looking like a horse blinking his eye. A whole life trying to come out of this smaller thing. So it might do some damage. So that's what I'm saying. In the spiritual, when you're birthing your purpose that God is going to give you, remember you're a virgin. You never had a business before. You never had a platform before. You never had a crowd this big. So you are a virgin in a second. And right now you're about to give birth to a thing. So yes, it's going to split you wide open. Yes, it's going to hurt you. Yes, it's going to cause you to have to heal. It's going to cause a whole lot of things. But when it finally get produced and it is delivered, yeah, that little ass might be on fire, but guess what? They're going to stitch that thing right on up. Because, yeah, it's going to burn. Yeah, stuff ain't going to feel right. Yeah, you're going to be sitting around there like, Lord, just give me a whole new JJ. Just give me a whole new one. Make me over. Make me right. And when I'm done, Lord, I just want to be right. Oh, Lord, make me over. I'm telling you, you just going to be like, you know what, just take this one, right? And give me a whole new one because it's all jacked up. But in the mix of all that, yeah, that's happening. But guess what? You done birthed this thing. And that is my job as your coach, is to teach you how to nurture this thing, how to feed it, how to perform as a mother. And so God didn't just prepare me to be a life coach, but he prepared me how to teach you to be a leader by being a leader. And teaching you to be a leader, to believe in yourself, to heal, to love, self-love. That's what that's about. Do you understand? Yes, we love you too. We love you too, TNT. If I invited you, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I just want to make sure I ain't miss nobody. Officially cute. Hey, I didn't realize that was in there. And matter of fact, I was about to say something when I was talking about you getting your hair done. And then you got them kids. I was just going to say that. I didn't realize that. I was going to say go to Officially Cute page when he's showing all the bad kids and what they doing if he was babysitting. That's what it's like being at somebody's shop when they sitting there doing your hair and they want you to tip them. But yet, just what? So listen. I done been on here long enough. I think I said and met the standard of what I was supposed to tell you today. Believe in yourself. This thing that you birthing, guess what? You're a virgin to it. Guess what? You ain't never been there before. This is a new timeline of your life that you done stepped in. You done stepped into a new timeline. In that new timeline, you never been this person before. You never been the coach before. You never been the one. Thank you so much. You never been the one to have your own. You have never been here before. So stop living up to other people's expectations. They've been mothers before. They could tell you all these things because they forgot what the birth and pain was. They forgot about the postpartum. They forgot everything because now their kids are toddlers. They're worried right now of, okay, Tyler's a toddler now. Tyler's in terrible twos. Tyler, where's the cat? Where's the cat, Tyler? They're worrying about something totally different. They're not worrying about that 2 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, never getting no sleep. They're not worrying about that because now Tyler wears himself out. Tyler sleeps through the night. But during the day when Tyler is up, they are right now in the stage of trying to figure out, how can I keep Tyler off the top of the refrigerator? How can I keep Tyler here? They finding all kind of alternatives. They buy him a playpen, a dog cage, whatever it is that they buy him to keep Tyler sitting there. I mean, they probably even take him down to the chair. I don't know, but they're in a different area of their life. They're learning how to be a toddler mom. So when you become a toddler mom, meaning that your business is going and it's going good and you get your first hiccup, that first person that say you hurt their feelings, now that's the terrible twos. How am I going to navigate that? Because their kid is a teenager now. They're going to forget what it was like having a terrible tooth because their business has turned into an enterprise. They forgot what it was like when the weird people was like, hey, I need some money, so I'm going to sue you for saying the R word. Or I'm going to sue you because you referred to me as fat. I don't even know you. You just put yourself in it. I'm going to counsel you because you didn't recognize me. You made me feel. See, they're past that. They're in enterprise mode now, meaning that they're so far up. It's the smaller businesses that's attached to the enterprise. You have to remember, in the program, there's always projects. So now they're the program. They have become the program, and now they have all these little projects that it is handled at this level, because it better not ever get up to this level. Because if it get up to this level, well, I'm firing everything down the chain of command. So they forget about that, and then now you're struggling trying to figure out, how do I navigate this? And they tell you, man, it's not a big deal. Don't worry about it. But wait a minute now. Don't tell me don't worry about it when I'm going through it. Hey, I'm just saying. So just understand, this is your first time. You are that Virgin Mary. God placed something in you to birth, and you're going to birth it into existence. And when it comes to existence, you are in charge, meaning that don't go to those people asking questions. I don't care if they got a business. Don't go over there and ask this question. Don't go straight to God. God, what is it that you need me to do in this moment? Because God, I'm not getting no sleep. God, I am stressed. God, I opened this business not on my own will, but through you, God. I chose to follow you, Lord God, and I chose, to do right, because you said we got free will, God, and I'm stepping into it. I want to do your work. So you chose me to do it as a vessel, and I accepted. So God, show me what the right next step look like. Show me what I need to do to navigate this. Lord God, give me clarity. Lord, I ask you for wisdom. I ask you for knowledge. I ask you for understanding. I ask you for clarity right now in the mighty name of Jesus. I ask that you take away any blocks that is blocking my hearing right now, that I can't hear or see you. Lord, I ask that you lift the veil on what it is that I need to see in this moment, God. I ask that you bring to me the things that I need, Lord God. And I ask that you stop the enemy from attacking me in the different ways that I don't even understand, God. And if they are attacking me, Lord God, and if it is legit, Lord God, allow me to see my flaws and what I did wrong, so therefore I can fix it and it never happen again, because it has nothing to do with you. So you got to ask for these things because it has nothing to do with you. You have to take self out. You have to remember that everything you do has everything to do with God. So in the mix, that everything that God have you do, it's about him and it's not about you. Take you out of the situation. So if somebody come and attack you, they're not attacking you, they're attacking God. So let God handle that. You keep operating. You keep moving. You keep doing you. Whatever the enemy is doing, let him do it. Let God handle that, because this is God's thing. This is his way. He chose you as a vessel, so don't worry about everything else. Yes, you're going to have some bumps, but I told you, you're driving dualies now. You're driving an F-350. You're driving bigger than that. You're just rolling right now. Ain't none of these little small road bumps about to hurt you, because in the truck, you ain't speeding no way. In a truck, you kind of cruising because of the fact, if you in a truck, that means you about business. You about purpose. You about doing something. Boy, you got a job. You are doing something, because in the mix that you don't have a job, if you got a truck, you got a job, because somebody's going to need it. So right now, God got you in a position that you're driving a truck, meaning that I'm about to bring income to you any and every kind of way. So every roadblock that's in your way, don't even worry about it. This person that want to speed race with you, guess what? Let them win, because I need you to go at the slow pace, because as you're driving in this truck, I'm about to give you something on your destiny journey, on your path, that I need you to pick up along the way, and you got to have room for it. So let's ride. So I need you to stop right here, Coach, and I pick this up. Put it on the back of the truck. Now let's ride. That's how you end up with your 20 streams of income, because God will attach things to you that you had no idea that you even had the mental capacity to deal with, that you even thought that you could deal with. You like, where I get this knowledge from? I'm just sitting here speaking stuff. I'm speaking stuff. God, thank you. People looking at you, your walk changed. I know my walk changed. When I walk around now, I don't walk around like I used to walk around. See, I walk around different now. I walk around like a celebrity, because that's who I am. See, I'm not your celebrity. I'm God's celebrity. Let me explain the difference. See, Jesus wasn't your celebrity. He was God's celebrity. Look how his name is still ringing to this day. Look how people are still listening to Jesus to this day. Look how he changed ways for people still to this day. He is a household name, period. It doesn't matter if you like him or not. If you believe in him or not, guess what you know about him? You heard about him. You read about him. You like what he do. Hey, It just is what it is. So no, I'm not your celebrity. I'm God's celebrity because I'm going in places and I'm being talked about in places that you never could even thought of. You didn't even know that existed. You're like, well, Naisha, how did you get, how is you being talked about so highly and looked at by somewhere in the United Kingdom? They want you to do some business over there. They're already creating a business plan for you. They're already creating the platform for you because they need you to teach a thing. And now you're sitting over here. You don't know, listen, you don't know nothing about outside of the United States. But somebody somewhere has seen your video and said, hey, you know what? We're going to get her here. We're going to pay her this much. Matter of fact, we're going to pay her so much that there's no way that she can say no. We got to get her comfortable too, because the goal is to keep her here because we love her. So if we can keep her here, we got to make it sound real good. But you have to go doing a job knowing that the only place that you can stay is where God tell you to go. That's why when it was time for Jesus knew what house he was supposed to go to, how long he was supposed to stay there. Saul knew that somebody was going to come get him. Guess what? That man came and got him. He already knew where he was going to go. He already knew. It's just you already know how long you will stay and how long you need to be there, whatever the case may be, what you need to do, what is your purpose there. And guess what? Everything else is going to come. I'm not going to worry about, hey, because if you ask it for me way over in the United Kingdom, then that means you already know you're going to pay me. But see, I don't have to go to them and negotiate, hey, so what about this? See, because God already negotiated. They're going to bring me an offer. See, you see the difference of not being hungry to chase a bag? When you just sit back, God will bring the people to you and the money to you. I don't chase anything. The bag is going to come to me. The contract is going to come to me. I'm going to look over the contract and God is going to say, are you pleased with that, daughter? Well, God, I would like to have another $250,000 added to that. Okay, say less. I tell them and they say, okay. That's just too much money. But God is at the table. See, when God is at the table, he's going to tell me that's not too much money. Let's look at the pros and cons. Let's look at longevity. Let's look at if we invest in this, where it's going to be. Because as long as I'm in the mix, it's always going to add and multiply. See, because if you pass up on her, because I'm giving her everything she needs. You got to remember, she's doing my job, so I'm in control of her. So everything that I touch is going to be gold because I created that, because I am. And if I am, that means she is, I'm her. That's who she is. So therefore, if you take this contract, because you got free will, off the table from her, that's a your loss, because I'm going to send her over here. That they're going to offer her exactly what she wants and some. See, I'm trying to give you a chance. You see? You see the difference? You see? I don't chase anything. So I sit back. God will tell me what it is I need to do. God will tell me what it is that I want to. It's not what I want to hear. And then sometimes God tell me stuff and I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I know you ain't just clown me like that. I know you ain't just tell me I'm trash. Okay. Let me figure out why I feel like God told me I'm trash. Okay. Well, because I chose to get out of alignment. And see, when you get out of alignment and you start operating in God's will outside of alignment, outside of the alignment, and you get it outside of God's will, then you got to maintain it outside of God's will. So guess what? It was trash. It was not going to prosper. It just wasn't. It just is what it is. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I'm going to let that go, because this ain't going to do nothing but subtract and divide. So I got to get back on board, because I don't want to be trash. So listen, I got some studying to do. I got some things to do. And then my son got his football game tonight, So I'm going to do my thing. I have some things coming up. I got my board coming. I got a surprise for y'all. We're going to do some real learning from this point on. I'm going to start teaching you some things. I'm going to start offering classes, because it is time for you to stand up in your leadership position. It is time for me to teach you how to take control of your throne and what your leadership is, how to stand in your power. However, understanding that you belong to God and you are him or her, but he is I am. So how to make sure that you're not stepping out of alignment, stepping into God-like work, right? God-like work, meaning that you become self-centered and a lover of yourself and a God of your own right. You stay connected to him, knowing that he is God. I am her. Does not mean that I am God, but I am her. because he is I am, and that is my Father. So therefore, I'm created in his image. He lives within me. So I have to be bold and say I am her. I have to be bold in the things that I say. I have to be bold in the way that I operate, in the way that I teach. And I don't do it with any feeling guilty or a type of way. I do my job. Okay? So, as always, if y'all haven't followed, go ahead and follow. I thank y'all so much for joining. I love y'all. And remember to always pour into yourself before you pour into others. And just remember, whatever is in your cup, that does not mean that there's always going to be money. Sometimes it's just a great idea that you need. And you need that idea so you can be successful to make the money that you need to make. So it's not so much about money all the time. Take money out and replace it with energy. Energy is your new currency, because what you put out, if it's good, if you put it out, guess what? It's going to come back. And it's going to come back great. It's going to come back amazing. It's going to be beautiful. Do you understand? So always ask God for good energy. Stop asking for money. Ask him for energy, and then you'll pick up what you need. That's why I say don't reach back, because energy just it don't go downward, because it doesn't have a flow to come back up. But if you pour into the people that's on the same level, that chose to heal, that's doing the same purpose, that is operating in their purpose, you're going to get it back, because it's like this. It's just coming back. It's going to come back stronger, because they're going to pour into somebody. Then they're going to pour into somebody. They're going to pay it forward. And that's what we talked about last night. Paying it forward is of God, right? Reaching back is of the enemy. You don't have to reach back for someone if they're already healed. They're right here. You pay it forward, okay? Remember that. Remember that. Remember that. Remember that. Okay? So if no one told you today, I'm telling you right now, I love you so much, and I'm super proud of you guys, and I'm glad that you chose this platform to listen to and tune into. If you have not, go to my website, and the link is in my bio. Go on my website and subscribe so you can get the new highlights and updates. If you haven't got your book, Trinity Walk to Self-Love, it is on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and Walmart website. Go ahead and get it. It is Trinity Walk to Self-Love. And support me, and go into my YouTube. Subscribe there too, please. And thank you. And my podcast is on all major streaming stations. So it is Storytime with Nye. Okay? So I'm ready. Y'all be ready. Y'all going in labor tomorrow. Tell me about it. Coach Nye out. Thanks, Michelle. I know that's right, girl.